Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying your snow day. I know I am. Unfortunately, we are missing a little bit of content, so I wanted to give you a video lecture to help you stay up to date on the material that we're missing, because we're actually about to start a very exciting new chapter in the course. So far this semester, we've covered most of the core course components, but now we're focusing on the last big idea, and this is dictionaries. Let's review one of the core course concepts. We've talked about this idea of abstraction, the idea of taking real-world information, encoding it as data by stripping away unnecessary components, structuring that data, and then manipulating it using algorithms. Out pops some information, some results that we can communicate to a stakeholder. When we look at this process, an important component is the idea of data structures, because when we end up with lots of information, we need rich ways to represent it inside the computer. Frequently, when we look at abstraction, we see that they have properties, and that they also have instances of those abstractions. In the case given here, we have an abstraction of weather. We say that a weather has a city and a temperature, and that pair of city and temperature has many instances. So right now in Blacksburg, Virginia, it could be 77 degrees. Or more accurately, something like 32 degrees or colder. New York City has 85 degrees, San Jose, California has 75 degrees, Miami, Florida has 88 degrees. All of these are instances of our abstraction. We're used to dealing with instances that have one value for each of the instance, but now we're talking about more complicated ones. Visually, when we take a single column and treat it as a list, we say that we're looking at one property for multiple instances of an abstraction. But now we're going to see that we can take a row instead, and that will be a dictionary for multiple properties representing one instance. This abstraction being represented as a table is a good way of looking at a dictionary. Here we have the abstraction of a single weather report for one city with one temperature. Blacksburg, Virginia is its value for its city, and the value for its temperature is 77. A dictionary is a way that we represent this in Python text code. So a dictionary is a collection of property value pairs. Each property gets one value. Sometimes we call this a key value pair instead. You can see the syntax below. Notice right here that we have curly braces on either end of the dictionary, much like how we use square brackets on either end of a list. And then we see each of the key value pairs. So this has two keys and two values. The keys are city and temperature, and the values are Blacksburg, Virginia, and 77. You can see how this maps directly to the table representation that we had before. Notice also the use of colons and commas to help differentiate the keys from the values and the key value pairs from each other. Right now, the important thing to take away is that we can define new dictionaries using this curly brace syntax, and we can access data inside of dictionaries by using square bracket notation. This is going to be a little bit confusing at first. The way that we create dictionaries by using curly braces, and we access information stored in dictionaries using square brackets. Notice that we use keys to access the values. This expression temp city would be replaced by the value Blacksburg, Virginia. We can only use keys to access values inside of dictionaries. Temps is a dictionary, key is a value, therefore we can do temps square bracket city. And the city name would then take on the value Blacksburg, Virginia. So there's several classwork questions that you need to complete now. Don't forget there's also homework. I'm also sending you a piece of paper, a handout that you'll need to complete. So I'll have all the directions in the announcement that's attached to this. Make sure you're reading all the questions and directions. And for the handout, you're going to want to write that on pencil. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to try things. But this is new content, and it's going to be a little bit confusing at first. Just part of the learning process. Well, once again, thank you, and I hope you have a great snow day.